Ed was concerned for his brother, David. He'd tried to take one of Ed's trains, but had broken down. He was very upset, but Ed didn't know how to make him feel better. He decided to ask Marilyn about it. "I think I know what's bothering him," she said. "David is strong, but he's not as strong as you. I've heard people praising you, but they never say anything like that about David. I think that he doesn't feel as useful as you." "But we're all useful, no matter how strong we are." "Then tell David that. You're his brother, and brothers stand by each other." Ed decided to talk to David that night, but he was nowhere to be found. "I think he volunteered to take a train east," said another engine. "He won't be back for a few days." And so Ed waited, still thinking of what he would say. But over the next few days, the weather changed. The first snows fell, piling onto the tracks and making work difficult. Some engines were sent out to clear the line, including David when he returned. Early in the morning, Ed prepared to take his first train. His fire was burning nicely, though the cold air made his wheels shiver. "Come on. I need to get moving, or I'll freeze to the rails." At last the signal dropped, and he started off. As Ed began his climb, snow began to fall again. The drifts grew larger, and the tracks became slick. Even for Ed, the journey became difficult. His wheels slipped and screeched, and eventually he ground to a halt. "I'll call for help," said his engineer. David had stopped on a siding when a signalman approached him. "Ed's train is stalled. Can you help him, please?" David was uneasy. He didn't know what he would say to his brother, but he set off anyway. When David arrived, Ed's fire flared hopefully. "David, thank goodness it's you. Please, can you help me?" "Yes, of course," David said slowly. Ed knew it was time to talk. "I think I know what's been troubling you. You think that people like me more than you because I'm bigger and stronger." David didn't answer. His solemn face told Ed that he was correct, so he kept going. "You need to know, David, that that's just not true. No matter what people think or say, you're every bit as useful as I am." David was touched by Ed's words. He listened and carefully considered them. At last, a smile spread across his face. You're right, Ed. I let myself get jealous for no reason. Come on, let's get this train moving." So we coupled up. "Ready? Ready. Pull!" They pulled hard, and though their wheels skidded on the icy rails, they managed to start the train. Smoke billowed from their chimneys, and their chugging echoed throughout the mountains. "We can do it! We will do it!" Finally, they reached the top. "Well done," said Ed. "And well done to you, brother." They pulled until they reached the yard, tired but triumphant. The workmen were watching nearby. "Look! David's helping Ed." "Nah, clearly David broke down and Ed is helping him." Ed whistled angrily at them. After being sternly spoken to by the two engines, they stopped arguing about who was more useful. Ed and David became inseparable after that. They always work together, though they sometimes joke about how many cars they can pull, Ed over the mountains and David on the prairies. And whenever one of them needs help, the other is always there, as brothers always are.